Hello and welcome to round 2 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast, the week of August 2nd. I'm Terry Morrow and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
Usually on this podcast we talk about parenting issues, but once a week, Catherine and I like to get together to discuss TV, movies, books, and other entertainment topics because it's nice to talk about something other than parenting for a change. This week, we checked back in with an old movie, and we intended to continue with the crafty competition show Making It, but NBC inexplicably aired some sort of international sporting event in its place, and plans to keep doing that for the next few weeks. Why we have to watch that instead of Making It, I can't imagine. But for this week, we decided to use the time to go back to a Season 1 episode to see if our feelings about the differences between then and now is correct. We've sort of been feeling like in the first season of Making It, there was more making it. And in the season 3 of Making It, there was more emoting and talking about your feelings and not so much of the how exactly are you doing that? Oh, wow, that's cool, that we liked about it in the beginning. So since the new episode has been cruelly withdrawn from us, we decided to watch the Season 1 episode. It was Season 1, Episode 4, All of the Holidays at Once, because it is pretty much the same in theme as Season 3, Episode 4, All of the Holidays at Once. So both times they have done something where you had to do a Halloween costume with a box of things from Simon. And then the second challenge was to decorate something. In Season 1, it was a porch. In Season 3, it was a mantle with a holiday of your choice. So the thing that struck me most about the differences between Season 1, Episode 4, and Season 3, Episode 4 is there are so many more people in Season 3, Episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 5 by that time in Season 1, and there's still 8 by that time in Season 3. And it's because they didn't send anybody home in Episode 1, plus they added 2 people.
Right.
And it makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
The barn looked so empty in the Season 1
really
episode.
did.
It's like, where are all the makers? Why are there
cavernous.
so few of them? It was just, and you could really spend some time with each one. It seemed to me like there was a little bit less Amy and Nick prefab segments, although there was, of course, that one about punny TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like it was sort of more craft-related things they were talking about. But, it really is probably just about the same.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like we got a lot more crafty content from the first season just because they whittled the number down so much faster, I suppose.
Right. So that kind of blows our proposal to not send anyone home.
Yeah, I guess that's what they're doing. Now, I looked on the NBC, because the first season was 6 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen 5 episodes of Season 3, and there are still 7 people, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And NBC's website says that there's 6 episodes this season.
What?
Are they going to eliminate 5 people in the first challenge?
Huh.
How can that be? Now, there must be more than 6 episodes, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be a mega elimination.
The episode is going to be 4 hours long, the last one. The 6th
I guess. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I wonder what the logic for still having this many people at this point in the competition was. If it was that they had more time and it's really not 6 episodes and NBC never updated their copy from the first 2 seasons,
mm-hmm.
which is not impossible.
Sounds quite possible.
Because the Season 3 thing on the NBC website only shows the 8 original makers and not the 2 extra that were added.
Right.
So whoever has the PR for this show is probably working on other things as well. It's
right.
like, oh,
may have been sent to Tokyo at the last minute or something.
Yeah, they've been redirected to that sports thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me sad for Making It, that it's like so low on the totem pole that nobody actually proofreads the copy. But perhaps they could use a freelancer.
Yeah.
Hey, over here. And also you might want to put on the end of your episodes, by the way. We're not here next week.
Right.
That would have been friendly. I felt like that Thursday, suddenly something went out to all the makers saying, oh, crap, we forgot to tell people it's not on tonight. Could y'all just post something?
Right.
A few of them did. And that's how I found out, and thank you very much. But it just... Another thing, this is... The more people there are, the harder it is to really differentiate and get to know them. Because I feel like in season 3, I mean, they all have their own thing, and I could pick them out of a lineup. I can probably remember their names at this point. But there's like those... Until recently, now one baseball guy got eliminated, so now there's only one baseball game remaining. And then there are those 3 young women with long hair who are all very different and very delightful. I enjoy each one of them. I like what they make, but it's sort of like 3 people, 1 slot. And I don't want any of them to leave, but at the same time, it kind of goes to the feeling like it's just a big glob of people that you haven't gotten to know yet.
Right.
Though they've been posting very cute things on Instagram, I have to say. Their Instagram stories have been like behind the scenes photos that are very adorable. So,
that's fun. I
mean them no ill will. I just wonder what the reasoning was for so many things this season.
Yes.
And the winning costume from season 1, which was Kim's dog eating him, was... apparently, or just devouring him with love or something like that, is still an extremely weird piece of work. And absolutely as impractical to wear to a party as the I'm being abducted by aliens costumes. So
possibly more so, because at least the alien abduction one, she was facing forward and could see, the dog one, and I don't really understand why. It is backward. He's facing backwards.
Just to be hilarious. So clearly, practicality and wearability are not things they're judging for in that particular competition.
No.
And I had forgotten the, when they did the porches and stuff, the very classroom decoration St. Patrick's Day thing that Joe made. Which, I mean... We've all seen that a million times, and it was nicely done, and the balloon arch was a good touch. But it's like... I think you could go pick that stuff up at the Hallmark store.
Even before they said that, that's absolutely what I was thinking. Like, this looks like a bulletin board at an elementary school. And I knew that she didn't get sent home, because I remembered her being, close to the end. So, but I thought... If she should have for that,
And they sent home Robert.
Yes.
Who I remember at the time liking his goose and egg thing and not feeling like he should have been sent home, and also feeling like he did not feel he should have been sent home.
Right.
But he was a gentleman. Still, it was fun to revisit those people and those crafts. And younger, headier days when Amy and Nick hadn't been punning and improvising on this sort of thing for 3 long, hard seasons.
Right.
When it was still new and fresh.
That's right.
Well, we shall, I guess, eventually. I think when they're back in August 12th, was it?
That sounds right.
Yeah, something like that. Well, we'll pick it up again with them when they deign to return. Hopefully they will... have everybody post on Instagram, hey, we're back this month, this week.
Don't forget to
watch us. I think I have my VCR, that's dating myself. I think I have my DVR set to just tape all new episodes, so tape is also dating myself. To digitally preserve all new episodes. So we shall look forward to getting back to those makers and seeing how on earth they're going to eliminate the many, many people they still have.
Right.
Maybe they're just going to give them all a patch and let us go home.
Pat them on the head. And
Well, moving on to something equally fun, and it does involve a rather complicated elimination. we watched a movie that I watched a very long time ago and remember fondly, and Catherine has never seen, which is Practical Magic, starring Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman as sisters who are witches, and Stockard Channing and Dianne Wiest delightfully as their aunts, who most definitely are witches, and little baby Evan Rachel Wood and a dark-haired girl I don't know as Sandra Bullock's daughters, and all sorts of recognizable folk drifting through.
Yes.
It's a kind of movie I really enjoy in that so much stuff is going on. It's fairly episodic. There's parts of it I had completely forgotten about, and it just kind of shambles along for its running time, and if you don't like the part you're watching right now, there'll probably be something else coming up. It's just, wait a little bit. But it's a movie that people still talk about. I was looking around on the internet. It just had its 20th anniversary a few years ago, I guess, and people were writing about it again. And I guess it got abysmal reviews at the time, but people still sort of remember it fondly for various things. I also note with mystification that a thing many people hated about the movie was that Aidan Quinn would be a romantic interest. And I think he's plenty cute. Stop it.
Yeah. Right. The only thing that makes him not a good romantic interest is that his name is Gary. I'm sorry, that's not a sexy romantic name.
And we apologize if Gary for making it is still listening to this. You seem quite attractive, sir. We mean no disparagement.
No, definitely not. But if you're naming a character,
that's true.
And
you could probably do better.
Him to be a romantic interest, you could do better.
Well, in the field of romantic interests, he's slightly less adorable than Mark Feuerstein, who plays the doomed first husband of Sandra Bullock's character, who gets a couple of scenes in a montage and then is hit by a moving vehicle.
Literally hit by a truck.
I was hiding my eyes because I knew it was coming. It's like, all the bikes are going to go by and he's going to think he's okay and then he's going to get well. Anyway, he seemed quite cute. However, both of those are miles and miles ahead of Nicole Kidman's character's boyfriend, played by Goran Visnjic, as just the sleaziest, most horrible lowlife in both life and death. Just a miserable SOB.
Mm-hmm.
So I remembered the parts with Aidan Quinn quite well, and the parts with the dead boyfriend and the, dispossessing of Nicole Kidman's character Jillian of the spirit of this sleaze. I didn't remember that the ants were in it so much, and they are delightful. I don't know why I would not have remembered that.
Yeah,
they're like a Greek chorus of witchy wisdom.
They
moving
are
through
awesome
in fabulous get-ups.
Right, inexplicably wearing clothes from 150 years ago, just for whatever
it works
reason.
For them. They're keeping it.
Yes,
but just so fun. And
yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. As with so many things, there is the need to let art wash over you because, there's all this stuff about, well, it's only a curse if you believe in it. And do you believe in magic or not? And the plot seems to want to have it both ways.
Yes.
That, no, there isn't. Yes, there is.
Right.
So
you definitely don't want to think too much about it.
No.
You want to just enjoy the plot as it rollicks along and also just revel in the many adorable hairstyles and clothing choices for the two leads.
Yeah.
I so very much wish I could wear all the things that Sandra Bullock wears in this. All those skirts.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of hair. I wish I had all that much hair. I should go to her botanical place and
maybe you need some of her special shampoo.
Up. I guess so.
It might help.
I don't know. Everybody looks fabulous.
Except towards the beginning when they first introduced Sandra Bullock's character, they have her in glasses so that she looks unattractive.
That's right.
That whole deal.
That old trope.
While, of course, Nicole Kidman is the wild one, the attractive one, who doesn't have glasses. So you know that she's a rebel.
Yes. Yeah, she's a rebel. She's going to be trouble.
Uh-huh. And she is.
She is. Shouldn't one of the ants have red hair?
I think the idea was that Dianne Wiest's character had kind of like once red hair.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, because it was always a pair of the sisters, one brunette and one redhead in each generation. You're quite right.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I really love the end where she uses the phone tree from the school to gather everybody together to make a coven.
That's excellent.
Even though, speaking of suspending disbelief, these are all the women who hated her, right? And who were afraid of her witchy stuff.
Yes.
And now, come on over. Help us to get rid of an evil spirit. Okay, sure. Sounds fun. Broom?
Yes.
Yeah, I got one.
But that was a great callback for sure.
Yes, that was very fun. And probably one of the best uses that phone tree has ever been put to.
For sure. And it's just not as fun as, sending out a group text or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
as we would have to do now.
Or just if you're a witch, couldn't you just telepathically draw everybody to you?
Right.
Nah, this is more fun. Never occurred to me to use the school phone chain for personal use.
To assemble a coven.
Or just, when you want to chat. No, yeah, I love that bit at the end where they're all together doing the thing.
Yes.
But
that was another part, though, where you had to be like, and exactly where are the children during this? Because some of the scenes of that whole situation, the kids were there, like at the end when everybody was sweeping. They were there, but they weren't there when it was kind of scary earlier.
Right. Yeah. And there was a part, I think, where they were alone in the house with Jillian when she was possessed, I think.
Yes.
And that made me, I guess they came down to the front door screaming, and I guess so.
Yeah.
But yeah, inadequate childcare, definitely. Historically, perhaps.
But they were protected because they had some rope around their neck from
that's right.
their ancestor that the ants had given them. So, not to worry.
Well, good.
They'll be fine.
The ants should have known better than to leave. But just had such fun watching it. I haven't watched movies that much in a while. And it's just nice to have something that requires maybe 2/3 of your attention.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you can enjoy it on many different levels, including just neat-looking house level.
Yeah.
And lovely clothing and hair level. And spot the character actors level. And,
yes, for sure. Margot Martindale.
Yes, that's right. Chloe Webb, I think, was the other lady who worked in the shop. And I recognized most of those stern-faced townswomen, although I don't necessarily know their names.
Yeah, they definitely looked familiar.
They did. So,
and the evil boyfriend is to me will always be
Luca,
Dr. Luca from ER. For
yes, sure. Who could be a bad boyfriend from time to time, but
this is true.
Not to that level.
not a serial killer as well.
No. He was horrible, man. This is one of those movies that looks like, I bet everybody was having fun.
Making the movie, yes.
Yes. I bet he enjoyed being just like, could you make it a little sleazier and more awful?
Right. Just turn that dial a little
You're just a
higher.
little too charming there, man. Right. Can you just a little more reptilian, please?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. He was not fun.
But fun in a villain kind of a way.
That's right. Which, I'll take that too.
Mm-hmm. So I would say it holds up, as a fun rom-com-y kind of thing from over 20 years ago. It still works.
Yes, I think so too. It's a sort of a weird mix of rom-com and horror and just, I don't know, what else? But it's like a little bit of, the rom-com kind of comes and goes. And then gets slipped in at the end. But I liked that. And I interpreted when you see the woman from the beginning, their ancestor, kind of appears over them when they're doing their broomstick thing. And I interpreted that as meaning that the curse was lifted. Mm-hmm. So that Aidan Quinn does not need to watch his back from here on in.
He doesn't have to think about that creepy beetle.
Possibly also a beetle exterminator for the house. It might be something they would want to look into.
Yeah, but in the case of the parents of Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman's character, that bug was at the beach.
That's true.
An exterminator wouldn't have helped them.
Yeah, that's a problem. Well, so I'm just going to assume that the curse got lifted.
Yeah.
Is Jimmy still buried in the garden?
I mean, maybe what's left of him.
Is there any, corporeal remains?
There might be.
That would be a little unsettling.
Yeah. But they've, poured some kind of serious potion on top of it.
I guess so.
I think.
So it's going to stay buried, dude.
I think they're good.
Just, if you get a dog, don't let him go play over in that corner of the garden. It might be.
That's not a good place to dig, okay?
Fence, a little wrought iron fence, perhaps. With a little, thing or garlic or something on it.
Yes.
Do not want to see that dude again. Goodbye. Not going to cast a spell for him. But send a leaf off on the wind.
Yes.
Makes it all the way to
Arizona.
Yeah. It's a good wind.
Not even sure where they were supposed to be. I was assuming some kind of New England.
Based on Stockard Channing's accent, I was assuming some sort of New England, but she may just have been, having fun. I think it is. I was reading some articles about it. I think it's supposed to be that. But
and at one point they mentioned it's an island.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a big island if they have that many moms in their phone tree.
I guess. Why wouldn't they have moved at some point to some point? I guess Jillian did move, and look what happened.
Yes.
But I assume you haven't read the book that this was based on.
I have not.
By Alice Hoffman.
Alice Hoffman, no.
I was reading an article online. I can get the link for it that says a lot of the differences between the book and the movie. And location might have been one of them. I can't remember. But there were quite a few. And,
but I feel like she's a New England person. I feel like a lot of her books are New England, right?
Yeah, probably so. But apparently the sisterhood theme was not as strong in the book.
Oh, interesting.
They made it more that the two of them were bonded and, fighting for each other and stuff like that in the movie, which worked quite well and was very enjoyable. And, it's fun. Fun to watch.
Definitely. Thank you for bringing it up.
Except it had that terrible movie thing that I hate, which is when food gets thrown away. Eat the pancakes!
Yeah, there was no reason not to eat the pancakes.
Shaped like cactuses. Eat the pancakes!
Yeah, they didn't have a spell or any kind of
Well, they threw away the syrup that had a potion in it.
Right. So why did they
butter?
Throw away
You don't
the
have butter, margarine, honey, maybe some brown sugar?
Yeah.
Hurt me to see those pancakes going in the trash. It's the little things.
That's right.
That get to us. Death, destruction. But the pancakes! Think of the pancakes!
What are you doing?
So, next week, since making it is still preempted by the Olympics and Veronica Mars is still over, thank goodness, we're going to have a mini marathon of a show that Catherine has watched and told me I should watch, and I have not, which is Schitt's Creek. So to get me indoctrinated, we are going to watch the 5 episodes on IMDb's list of 5 Schitt's Creek episodes guaranteed to get you hooked.
There you go.
They are season 1, episode 6, Wine and Roses. Season 2, episode 5, Bob's Bagels. Season 4, episode 2, Pregnancy Test. Season 4, episode 6, Open Mic. And Season 6, episode 5, The Premiere. Watch along with us. It's streaming on Netflix. Or if you don't feel like watching whole episodes, you can take in IMDb's short video intro to these eps so that you'll at least know a little bit about what we're talking about. And that is going to be it for round 2 today. Please subscribe to our Parenting Roundabout podcast so you won't miss any of our episodes. We have something new for you every weekday. As always, you can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com.